Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. Happy New Year! It is 2026. Wow. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel, for being a part of this community throughout 2025 and for all of the years prior for some of you. Maybe you are joining now, and maybe this is the first time you're watching here in 2026 on January 2nd. But regardless, how you came to be on this channel, I appreciate you and welcome on in. Let's have some fun today. It's going to be kind of a random stream. You know, we don't have any giant news that dropped this morning, but we do have some things to look over, discuss, speculate on. One of those being next month's Nintendo Direct. I mean, it's likely, and I'm going to go over that, so I have that opened up right here. We've also got the Super Mario Galaxy movie in 3 months. We've got Nintendo's fiscal report dropping next month as well. There are still some things, even though we don't have a blockbuster news story to go over today. But for now, let's see who is here. Let me open up this pop-out chat. I realize sometimes I say pop out and sometimes I say pop up. Oh, we already have some green activity. We have some blue activity. Looking cool, looking cool. Let me get this ready. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. All right. Who is here so far? Corey Boehm, welcome, saying hi, Paul. Steak 1024 in the house with that nice green badge in that PGN white belt, looking good. Member for 4 months, flaunting that. Big thank you, Steak 1024. Ash Gaming 17 with the $1 awesome super chat, making this the first super chat of the year. Let's see. We gotta have a new color scheme, right? For January. Geez, silver? Silver gold? How does that look like? Is that gold enough? Yeah, kind of cool. Silver or gold? All right, Ash. Big thank you for that awesome dollar contribution, and we're gonna make it gold. That looks good. Maybe we'll do alternating gold and silver. Okay, maybe that's what we'll do here. Top January super chat. We've got Ash right here with that dollar. And for membership, I think we'll make that one silver. So we've got a little bit of color variety still, you know? And of course, I don't know if I'm going to do this as like a permanent thing or not. Right there in the middle. Maybe I'll experiment. But I did check and updated as of this Friday morning. We've got 8,052 subscribers on the channel and 425 members. So we didn't lose any members going into 2026, nor did we lose any subscribers. Both have only gone up. Tiger Assist says, hey. Steak 1024 says, hi, Paul and chat. Feel like I haven't seen you since last year. Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't seen you all in a year. Or since last year, more accurately, yeah. I haven't seen you since last year. Welcome. Charles Trudell says, perfect. Was about to eat lunch. Well, I hope you could enjoy some lunch and some gaming talk at the same time. You know, don't get your phone too greasy or anything. Or your keyboard, you know. Conflict. Hello there. Happy New Year, Paul and chat. Happy New Year. Thank you for the blessings. Conflict and Steak. Charles Trudell says it's winter for everyone. JM Powers 83 says, hello, Paul and everyone. Happy New Year. I started the new year off sick. I have shingles. Oh, shoot. Ooh. Well, I hope you rest up and aren't in too much pain. Well, hopefully no pain, but I'm sorry to hear that you got sick. I feel better. Oof. shingles. That doesn't sound pleasant. Recoup. Recoup. Best you can. Joycey J says, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Paul and all y'all working and lurking. Enjoy work. Ash says, Hi again. I am playing some Pokemon. That's cool, Ash. Thank you again for the generous dollar contribution. Which Pokemon are you playing? Legends ZA? Charles, oh yeah, Greece due to fat stuff. Greece due to fat stuff. Yeah, I got it. Grease from lunch. Yeah, you don't want to get that grease on the phone. You eat with like everything but the pinky, so you can still tap a little bit like that, maybe. JM Powers 83 saying the shingles is very painful. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah. Hope it doesn't stick with you long. Figure Drawing 4912 says, Beat 'em Up said that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is not a Metroid game. For your information, lol. It has Samus Aran in it. She could jump. It's got her first-person perspective visor that she's had in 3 previous games. She goes into Morph Ball mode. Has her bombs. Can roll around. Has different upgrades for the ball, like being able to go fast, having a spider track of some sort. Gets powers and upgrades along the way, including her missiles, charge-up beams, bigger blasts from her Morph Ball, small bomb, big bomb, ice, fire, electricity. They could be charged up. They could be charged up more. Something different, which in this case, is a suit that is later on counting as a 3rd suit in the game that does something else for you. Some psychic powers, a psychic ball that you could throw, a psychic big ball bomb blast that you could throw, effectively like as a Hadouken or Kamehameha. Metroids as enemies, retraversal, exploration, revisiting old areas with new items, weapons, power-ups, abilities, etc. to gather new things, scanning, nice ambiance, music, different aliens to fight, bosses. It's very much a Metroid game. I just listed a whole lot of things, a couple dozen things probably, if you rewind back. It is a Metroid game. Every Metroid game has or should have enough DNA, but also enough new, because you wouldn't want to just replay the same thing over and over. Yet you also don't want to play something that's completely foreign if you're looking for a Metroid experience. I think Metroid Prime 4 Beyond had enough of what makes it Metroid and enough new to make it fun. So I would say Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is very much a Metroid game. Batman, Shady, what is your favorite indie game? Oh, I'll tell you a few of my top ones. Hades 1, Hades 2, Ghost Song, Ruffy and the Riverside, Shantae, Half Genie Hero. Yeah, those are all like within that realm of my favorite indie games. Ash says stream also plugged on Twitter. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate it. That might be what this notification is right here. Oh, shoot. That's going to make me lose my place. That's okay. Thank you, Ash. I just saw that right now. Okay. I didn't lose my place. I do want to talk about this in a moment. Roger Enyart with a $2 saying, well, hello there. Happy Friday to all. Hello there, Roger. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for the awesome $2 super chat. I am grateful. We're going gold with this. Unless if we do that alternating. You know what, maybe we'll do it. We'll do it starting right now. That doesn't pop up enough. You know what? This one? Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll do that. Something like that. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. And thank you, Ash, once again. You know what? We're going to leave this one with gold. Yeah. It just shows up a little bit better. Okay, cool. JM says they gave me a cream to put on to get rid of the pain, but I can't use it a lot because everything has to dry out. Ugh. Talon Infernus saying just a few more months until the Mario Galaxy movie. Yes. Tomorrow will be 3 months left. Dang, that's not a lot of time at all. A quarter a year? Dude, we're going to be celebrating Nintendo Switch turning 9 in 2 months, and then 1 month later is going to be the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And before either of those, possibly next month, we'll be looking at a Nintendo Direct, which we're going to go over that in a little bit as well. Antihistamines help with the itching that comes with shingles. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but I've heard it helps, says Joyce J. Figure drawing, by the way. Thanks for not being a hate monger channel like... I'm definitely not. No, I will... First of all, I'm generally a very optimistic person. I'm an easygoing person. I also respect others and will never belittle anybody. Even if somebody comes in like that's argumentative or known to be a troll or is showing troll-like behavior, I'll still give them their time of day. And as long as they're not being impolite, abusive with this fear-mongering tactic that they may have or wish to bring, not being crude or foul to anyone, they could stay in and talk and not share a same opinion. But if they start speaking fallacies and bringing inaccurate information and suggesting that that's real, I will shut that down, you know. But yeah, otherwise, dude, there's so many positive things that even if you've got a component in a game or a movie or whatever that you don't like or isn't the best, like, it's not the end of the world, you know. I hope it doesn't stick with me longer. Now I have motivation to ask my aunt or cousin to mail me the Switch. I can't leave my apartment for like the next 3 weeks. Oh yeah. Whenever I play video game, time goes fast. Yvonne Francois says, hi everyone. Hi Yvonne. Well put, Paul. Thank you, Figure Drawing. Ash says, have you decided what team you'll be on for the Splatfest next weekend? Can you remind me what are the 3 teams available for choosing? I don't recall it. Robbie Rain says, hi. Hi there. Your grandma had shingles when you were in high school. She was sick for like 3 months. Oh, that's not good. 3 months is rough, yeah. Disinferno says, I believe the new 2D Metroid should be coming this year, 2026. I think it's going to return Metroid some sort of flow which Prime 4 reception kind of stumbled on. I wouldn't mind a new 2D Metroid this year. I also wouldn't mind first possibly getting Metroid Samus Returns. But either way, I made a post on X not too long ago of like this flow that would be kind of nice from 2026 to 2030, like something like Metroid Samus Returns, followed by Metroid 6, Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3, Metroid Prime 5, you know, 2026, 7, 8, 9, 30. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's something like that. Corey Boehm says, sorry, Paul, my landlord made me go out from under my bridge today. Hashtag troll. Ash says, friends, family, or solo are the Splatfest teams. Oh. What team are you on, or what do you hold most valuable? What's the best? Or what kind of person are you? In general, how you spend your fun time? What specifically on friends, family, or solo? Because I guess there are different activities that might be better with different groups or being individual. Yeah, if it's like, who do you want to play video games with? Friends, family, or solo? That's different than who do you want to watch a UFC pay-per-view with. You know what I mean? Like, or who do you want to go to a movie theater with? Or who do you want to go mini golfing with? So, yeah, I guess it depends on what's the context of friends, family, or solo. Rescue Squad Culp. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Paladin 8669. Samus Returns HD would be nice. Yeah, I agree. That's a weird one where it came out like August or something, 2017, a good 4 months after Nintendo Switch was already out on the market, but it came out for the Nintendo 3DS. And I thought, sure enough, that thing's going to be ported to Nintendo Switch in a year. And it didn't happen. And here you've got it being almost 9 years later. So I would keep Metroid relevant and release this year Metroid Samus Returns, because it's a game that could still come out on Nintendo Switch, benefit from the install base, still arrive on Nintendo Switch 2, but look even better, just easily make it in 4K. And then next year, you've got a brand new, beautiful, amazing Metroid 6, new 2D Metroid game. So by 2027, for a system that is like 2.5 years old, if you would release Metroid 6 hypothetically, in the fall, 2.5 years, you'd have 3 Metroid games on the platform. Metroid 6, that would have to be a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, because I want it to be as ambitious of a 2D game as you could get. 2028, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. 2029, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. 2030, Metroid Prime 5, or otherwise a brand new 3D Metroid game if they go in a different direction and it's not called Prime anymore necessarily. If that's the case, you've got a 6-year gap between Metroid Dread and Metroid 6, and you'd have a 5-year gap between Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and Metroid 5. But in between, you'd have other things. And that would be a pretty stacked generation of Metroid. And I think if at some point in these next, 4.5, 5 years, really, you had a little anime special, a mini Netflix TV series, a movie, it would be amazing. But that's a lot to ask for, to also come up with a live action or CG or animated series of shorts or a show or a film. That's a lot, but it would be pretty cool. We'll see. Have you ever hunted for shiny Pokemon? Asks Ash. Not really. So not with the whole turn the system on, restart a save, look for a thing. Nope, good, turn it off. Start the system on, go up there, look for a thing after the save. Nope, okay, turn it off, turn it back on. No, I've never done that before. But in Pokemon Legends Arceus, I did navigate an area extra, going in and out of it quite a bit, 1 or 2 times to get 1 or 2 shiny Pokemon on my own. I kind of forgot who I found. I want to say it was maybe Wobbuffet, but I'm not sure. It might not have been Wobbuffet, but yeah, I think I've only ever found 1 or 2 shiny Pokemon on my own after trying kind of in that game. Unless if it was in Pokemon Y, where I found one, but not by the typical means of hunting, turning off, turning it back on, boom, 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 like back and forth to get one, restarting it. No. I did have a friend back in 2015, I think. Oh gosh, I felt bad for him. What was it that he was playing? Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver? It might have been that game. And I think he really wanted Entei. And he finally got to a point of starting and stopping over and over again so many times. So many times. 80 plus. And he got to a shiny Entei. But he didn't properly stack up on enough health potions and Pokeballs, special balls, super balls. Don't think he had a Master Ball already. And the time was ticking. The time was ticking. And slowly he ran out of equipment. And he didn't get that silver or that shiny Entei. After all that wait, after all those resets, and it was like devastating to him. Oh man. And then I was like, well, maybe you'll try again and you'll get lucky. And I don't think he ever got it. I think he might have restarted a couple times, but it was like so mentally, emotionally draining and devastating to him that he never bounced back. So I witnessed that. I remember for some days that frustration level like lasted. I've never done that kind of thing though. Pokemon Fan 34 says, "Hi Paul, hi Pokemon Fan 34. They could throw in the Dread suit for Samus Returns HD as a nice bonus if you have save data for Dread. That'd be cool. You know, Paladin, I thought something neat would have been some kind of crossover data that, hey, here's some incentive. If you have Metroid Dread on your system as a save file, you'll unlock a bonus costume or something cool in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That type of little addition would have potentially boosted up some sales in Metroid Dread so people could have that and just been a little something neat, you know? Didn't happen. Or in the art gallery, unlock some special art or have a sticker that you could put on your arm cannon of Metroid Dread, the logo, or something, you know? From the amiibo, yeah, but from the game save file too. A couple of different things. It's writing more code, it is doing a little bit more, but could the end justify the means, and could it have boosted up some sales of Dread, you know, some retroactive pump? I think so. I did accept to try to shiny hunt in Let's Go. That's cool. I've never played a Pokemon. I've never been a Pokemon person. I used to be a Mario guy, and now I'm a Zelda guy. I like Mario and Zelda. I mean, I like a lot. Since that game kind of wanted you to combo it. I don't even know Pokemon names except Pikachu. That's funny, YN-M06. Well, not funny, but interesting. But I guess, yeah, like, if it's not your thing, I guess Pikachu is kind of unavoidable in popularity, right? Everyone knows who Pikachu is. Uh, you got a kidney transplant. Body can't take certain meds. That could be tough. Talking back and forth. It would have been cool for Prime 4, yeah. Disinferno. I would really love if Metroid 6 had more third-person combat arenas for bosses, mini-bosses, but the rest of the game would be like 2.5D like Dread. I think that 2.5D, I mean, Dread looked so good, and it fits so well, and a lot of it made sense as to why you can't go in the background to navigate around. You know, that's the thing that 2D games have the slight disadvantage of, is the suspension of disbelief. How come I can only go left to right? Why can't I just avoid this enemy on that track? And Metroid Dread did quite a good job in expressing, well, this is why you're sort of limited in this space. I think Metroid overall has done a good job with that over the years. Jam Powers loves Mario and Zelda. Pokemon fan knows most Pokemon. Cool. Cool. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I said it earlier, but I will say it again because I'm always thankful. We've got 23 watching right now on the first stream of the year. And I think we've got 20 likes, right? I think we hit 23 people watching and 20 likes. I don't know where it says that. 18 likes. It was close. Thank you. Still cool. Good numbers. YNM06 says, in the big three of gaming, we'd have Mario, Sonic, and probably Pikachu because I live in an African country. My mom doesn't even know how to use a touchscreen phone, but she knows those three gaming characters. Wow. So your mom knows Mario, Sonic, and Pikachu? Yeah. Sonic, he's only a little bit younger than Mario. And then by now, Pikachu, who was once new, is only a little bit younger than Sonic. So when you look at all three, they've both been around for quite some time. Sonic is a very popular brand, has been made more successful in terms of, visibility thanks to movies. He never really got out of gaming, has always been pretty good with multiple demographics, toys, comic books, crossover, stuff like that. Mario, undeniable popularity. Pokemon, Pikachu, very big. That's pretty cool. What's also cool is Roger Enyart with 10 gifted memberships. Wow, I could update this live. That's cool because I actually have the number. So I'm going to put 35 in here. And Roger, 12 here. 13 total. Roger, you claimed the top January membership marker. And a big thank you. Should we just keep it gold? You know what? I was going to go with multiple colors. We're just going to keep it gold. That's kind of cool. Yeah, gold. A gold start to the new year. That came out of nowhere. Roger, thank you so much for those 10 gifted memberships. Fluffy Law Hat received one. Jared Allen 38 did. The 01. Dr. Smooth. LB 182. Sunny Sunmate. Reva Louisiana. That's fun. That's fun to say. Sky Sword Alyssa. Knack. And Nintenbird. That's 10 right there. Welcome. I don't think anybody in the chat got one, but that's still fun. That's still fun. That's super cool. Tigressa says, trying to decide on if I should grab the Yakuza games on Steam sale or if I should just grab them one by one to maximize how many may be on Switch as I get them at risk of no sale at the time. How many in total are available on Nintendo Switch 2 right now, and are they on sale? Nintex2Dope says, good happy gaming new year, everyone. 2026 will be the year. Mark these words. I like the sound of that. 2025 was great. Donkey Kong Bonanza was pretty much just as good of a game overall as Super Mario Odyssey. I put Super Mario Odyssey a little bit higher, but Bonanza was terrific. Hades 2 was just another amazing game. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was something that I was looking forward to for so long and really delivered. I loved it. We got ourselves a brand new Hyrule Warriors. We got ourselves a brand new console. That doesn't happen very often. We got a brand new Mario Kart in Mario Kart World. New fighters came to Street Fighter 6 that are iconic ones that for me, like having Sagat back in the game and having his new stage was a big part of Street Fighter 6 becoming even more cool. Ghost of Yote ended up being a really fun experience in 2025, which I finally got back to playing like within the last week, I think. Good year. This year we've got Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Should be a hot title. Wolverine. No doubt that's going to be dope. Grand Theft Auto 6. After a year's delay. And a decade plus from GTA 5's release. That's going to be something. Call of Duty, probably very likely coming back to a Nintendo platform for the first time since Wii U. Skipping Nintendo Switch, which was somewhat surprising being how successful that system was. Mario movie sequel, Street Fighter movie, Mortal Kombat movie sequel. Dude, it's going to be a good year, you're right. And we don't even know the big secret stuff that's going to happen. Didn't text too dope? Yeah, it's going to be a good year. I know Ghostbusters, well, the first two. Joycey J. Ghostbusters is fun. That's a fun IP. I really like the reboot movies. They've been cool. They were cool. Good franchise. Good cartoons back in the day, too. Tiger Assist says, you have 0, and you're also saying 1 and 2 are on Nintendo Switch. 3 is coming in February, so really, it's about the ones after those that I'm debating on. The ones on Switch, I'm going to get on Switch. Well, so that's solid 4 right there. That's quite a bit to play. Got to imagine that more are going to come after that. GTA 6 allegedly. I mean, could it get delayed again? It's possible. Hopefully not, but yeah. It would be cool if they could translate Dread Counter to the Prime series to help shake up the combat. Yeah, there were a couple of times that in the close quarter combat scenarios in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I wouldn't have minded being able to click in or do something with my right stick or whatever to hit an enemy with my arm cannon, do some type of move, kick, you know? That's one. Two, I could have gone for even a temporary quick run boost, sort of. Maybe run so fast that you start coming out of first person. That would have been a cool visual effect. I'll tell you what's a cool visual effect, though. This yellow popping up on the stream, thanks to Steak1024 with a $10 super chat. I'm on the fence. Resident Evil Generations pack. Should I get digital or physical? Okay. For the most part, so far, when I've had the opportunity to go digital or physical, it's been kind of a split where, okay, Pokemon Legends ZA, physical. Street Fighter 6, physical, which was game key card, or digital. I went digital because it's a game I'm always going to want on my system. I'm never going to want to take it off. I'm never going to need that inconvenience to take something in and out. If it was on cartridge, I would have sacrificed my inconvenience because I would have saved space, and I would like to have that cartridge because that's how I grew up with Super Nintendo, having Street Fighter 2 on that SNES cartridge. But since that's not having any data on it, I downloaded it digitally. When it came to like Hades 2 and Mortal Kombat Collection, it was too much less money digitally that I couldn't say with good faith, yeah, I'll get the cartridge when it's coming out 8 weeks later for this one, 5 weeks later for this one, and almost double the cost. So I had to go digital. Split Fiction didn't have the choice, went digital. Fast Fusion, only a bit available digitally, so that's how I got it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, I would have bought it physically, but they didn't have one, so I got it digitally. Resident Evil Generations pack. Here's the thing. There is no pure physical cartridge of it. It's going to be game key card or digital. Convenience-wise, I'm like, well, I might as well go digital. However, the digital and the game key card version are the same price, with the game key card version coming in a special set. So even though technically that special set will cost a little bit more than the digital version due to it having a tax and eShop games not having a tax that they charge you with. I'm going to go with the slightly more inconvenient or the slightly less convenient physical version that gives me the game key card because it comes in a cool package box. So the box, since they're day and date, will edge out in terms of the cool factor, and I will justify my purchase in that way. Otherwise, if it was purely a standard Nintendo Switch 2 box with a game key card on it and nothing else fancy about it, I'd probably go with the digital purchase. Now, if Capcom does something different where it's like, all right, digital is 80, game key card special box is 100. Tariff prices, this. So now you're looking at 80 versus 100, and stores are like, yeah, we're treating this as a normal thing, so actually 110. Then I'm like, all right, $30, I don't need the special box in that case. I'll probably just get digital. But as long as they're both 90, and what I have found is that stores are not charging the same amount of tax with game key card boxes as they do cartridge boxes. Cartridge boxes, they're charging the full tax rate. Game key card, they seem to be charging less. So if it's like 90 versus 95, I'll go with the cool looking box for a few bucks more. 90 versus 100, if they're charging the full tax, yeah, I guess still for $10 more, I'll go with the game key card because it's a cool looking box. So I don't know if that helps you. That's sort of all where my mind is at on this subject, you know? And just like that, Steak 1024, you are the top super chatter of the year. You are the top super chatter of the month of January. Thank you for your awesome contribution. And I hope I answered that question well. Does it help you at all? I don't know. Does it overcomplicate it? I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully it helps out a little bit. We're looking good. Perfectionism, realism, ruined gaming, in your opinion. YNM06. The Ghostbusters cartoon, the Hulk Hogan cartoon, the Muppet Babies were my favorites as a kid. Also the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Muppet Babies. That was a fun one. That was a good song. A lot of good songs back in the day. 80s, 90s cartoons. GTA 6 Day 1, Switch 2, or delay until it's ready. I hope it comes out on Nintendo Switch 2. Phase Rebirth, Paul Gale, what is up? What's up, Phase Rebirth? Good seeing you here. Thank you for being here. Corey Bohm says, Gen Pack is keycard trash, but the price almost makes it worthwhile. Yeah, it's game keycard, but is a box of sorts. Also for RE, once you beat it, you won't really switch the cartridge back in. Yeah, it's not really a game that you're gonna probably replay a whole lot. You'll have good value with going through 7, 8, and 9. You know, some people might have already played through 7, 8, so they might not go back and revisit more than a few minutes or something. I don't know, to each their own. For many people, it might be new. But 9, yeah, you'll go through 40 hours, you'll have a good time with it. Then you'll stick it back in the box and you'll back on the shelf, and maybe you'll delete it or archive it to save space. But now you'll have a cool looking box on your shelf. But like Street Fighter 6, I always want Street Fighter on my Nintendo Switch 2. You know? Actually, I'm already thinking in the future, when it comes to Animal Crossing, I purposely got Animal Crossing digitally on Nintendo Switch because I'm like, hold on. This is a game that the family of us four play and we go back and forth with often. However, I also play other games independently. I don't want to do this whole swap in, swap out, swap in, swap out. Kids want to play go through the cartridge, put it in, put it out. Oh, my wife wanted to play it. Good, 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 good. Just have that one always on. Made sense to have it always on, you know? Boo Mini in the house. First off, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Boo Mini. Each year we get a Zelda game for 2026. Do you think we get a Zelda spin-off, a Zelda remake / remaster, or a new mainline Zelda game? I think some of it might be a little bit wishful thinking, but with it being the 40th anniversary next month of Zelda in Japan, until August of 2027 will be the conclusion of celebrating 40 years. In the United States. I think we get something big from Zelda this year. Speaking of something big, Roger Enyart with another 10 gifted memberships. Woo! And just like that, I'm marking this down. I'm keeping live track of this, folks. I'm keeping live track. Roger with the gifted memberships. Becoming 20. Wow. Major, major win. We're at 445 members, folks. What did I say? 461 was the all-time. That means we're 16 away from the all-time high. That's super cool. To start off the new year like that. Pokemon Fan 34 with 10. What's going on here? Holy smokes. 445. Woo! 455. Oh my gosh. Wow. Pokemon Fan 34 with the 10. Bringing the stream up to 43. Holy cow. We are 6 away from our all-time record of 461. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Pokemon Fan 34. Thank you so much, Roger Enyart. I forgot what I was... See, y'all do this to me. I'm in a nice flow, answering a question, trying to give some depth to the analytical breakdown of Resident Evil and which direction would I lean, and reflecting on Animal Crossing, and then boom, membership. And then I'm like, oh, wow, that's awesome. And then boom, more membership. Whew. And then boom, another thing. Nintex 2 Dope 2026 saying, woo, man, Nintex 2 Dope. I hardly was in my train of thought. And not only did I get distracted once, twice, 3 times now, before I could even finish typing, here is another one. Thank you for that awesome generosity. My goodness. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, we're at 53. Is that right? I think that's right. 22, 32, 42, 47, 48. Hold on, I'm missing something here. I have 53 up there, yet when I'm adding it up, I've got 48. 22, 32, 42, 47, 48. Are we at 48? Are we at 48? We might be at 48. I don't know. I think we're at 48, not 53. Maybe I jumped the gun. Oh, I don't know. I think I jumped the gun. I think we're at 48. 48 for the stream. That means we're like 3/4 of the way there to our Nintendo 64 goal. Holy smokes. I gotta rewind. Roger Enyart, thank you so much. Let's see. Who were the recipients of these 10? Edward Garcia, Mama Wolf Meg, Mist War, I Like Chomp, Athel Nindista, Jim NN, Zoe Noel, Ethan Gamer, Gale Garcia, and Arak Linetes. And then Pokemon 34 right after with Bradley Taylor, 3001, Vism Go, Dr. Richtofen, Big Wingus Spinkus, Alex, VGMs, It's a me, P3 Infinite. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I said it. You know Bogoran. Almost like Big Goron. Oh, no, I think it is. You know Bo. You know Bo. Oh, I see. You know Bo Goron. 223. Ah, that's cool. Egghead USA. Krisker. And ZZ. Wow. Welcome, everybody. And Yunobo Goron just said thanks to whoever gifted me a membership, and that was Pokemon Fan 34 because I just read your name. Welcome. So I still get the physical for the collection, says Tigra says. Boomini saying nice. Pokemon Fan 34, let's go nuts. Charlie Smith saying hello to Pokemon. Roger with the woo 30 likes. Pokemon Fan 31 likes. Charlie Smith saying hello. Hello there. Welcome. Joyce J saying people will trash key cards, but not digital. Trying to go all digital is what made key cards a thing. Go figure. You know, it is what it is. But it looks like, even though I expect more game key cards to exist this year because games are only going to get bigger, and you're not going to have games that fit on cartridges anymore. I mean, can you think of Nintendo making 120 gigabyte, 256 gigabyte cartridges? How expensive they're going to be? The technology is possible. It might even get there one day. But I think in 2026 we're going to see more game key cards. However, to counter that, it looks like Nintendo is making 32 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte cartridges for Nintendo Switch 2. So we should also see more cartridges for certain games that are a little bit smaller and don't need to have all of that wasted space and eat up a lot of dev costs, publisher costs, you know? Going back to Boo Mini's comment, though, by the way. Oh, first, Linda Ray saying, hello, everybody. Hello, Linda Ray. Quicksilver, also, hey, Paul, hey there. And Phase Rebirth saying, hi, Paul, recently got Kill Switch 2, and it's pretty cool. Just not sure how I feel about the dock adapter yet. Stake 1044, gonna get physical. Okay, I think I read them all. So on that Pokemon, on that Zelda topic, I think for the 40th anniversary, Nintendo does something. I think following the heels of this Breath of the Wild / Ocarina of Time Lego Deku Tree set, this upcoming Ocarina of Time based Link and Zelda versus Ganondorf diorama Lego set, with it being the 40th anniversary of Zelda, and Ocarina being such a staple in gaming history, especially, I mean, standing the test of time and laying the foundation for so much of the 3D Zelda formula to come, and potentially being a good remake to have if the new Zelda movie, though independently its own thing, does borrow some elements or have some similarities to past Zelda games, in which Ocarina of Time could arguably be a good one to say, hey, this is sort of a foundation that we can explore of. It's a little bit wishful thinking, but I don't think it's unexpected. I don't think it's far from reality. I think this November could very well be the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I think something significant from Zelda is happening this year. We'll say that. I don't want to get my hopes up, but honestly, anything could happen, and anything would be cool in my opinion, because I love Zelda. So if it's a remastered version of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and it looks anything like that E3 tech demo of Zelda at E3 2011 and then ramped up a little bit more because it's been some time since Wii U came out, I'd be okay with that. If it's a way forward remake of Zelda 2 The Adventure of Link, I'd be okay with that. If it's... We know you already have the Wind Waker on the GameCube NSO, but here is the Wind Waker 4K. And it's the Wind Waker Wii U version, but also in 4K now. We've also decided to pump it up to 60 frames per second and add another dungeon or two in which from the beginning you could select classic mode or you know, mm, director's cut mode, and the director's cut mode would include these 2 dungeons or something that were scrapped, or a couple of new quality of life elements, possibly. Like, that would be cool. Here's this HD 2D like remake of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past that maybe was even a collaborative effort between Nintendo and Square Enix to do. Whoa. I'm okay with almost anything. But right now, I'm super okay with Ash, Nintex 2 Dope, Pokemon Fan 34, Steak 1024, and Roger Enyart 2066 for the awesome contributions so far on this stream. On this first stream, this first PGN Live of the year. Thank you all. Let's see. Can we hit the goal today? Maybe Pokemon Fan 34. Tsukino Ame. Hi, everyone. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Bruce Wayne, who is definitely not Batman. Published saying, stop saying it is what it is. We need to be vocal so Nintendo and other publishers keep backtracking on game key cards. Backtracking? You mean not making any more? Well, developers and publishers just might not have any other option. Like, let's say Microsoft can't shrink Call of Duty down past 160 gigs. They can't. Too big, too much voice acting, too much licensed music, too big of maps, too big of this, too big of that, etc. And it's like, well, you could either get it digitally, or maybe we could cram 64 gigabytes on the cartridge, but still force you to download the other 100. But yeah, it's a 160 gigabyte game. Here's a game key card that allows you some ownership. Buy it or not. Digitally or not at all on the system. Digitally or game key card. If that is what it is, there's nothing anyone could do. Nintendo, hey, make a 256 gigabyte cartridge and start charging $120 per cartridge. Maybe? But yeah. Holy smokes! Sketches of Harmony with 5 PGN members. Oh my gosh. Look at that. What the heck? 460. 460 members. YouTube will update that total tomorrow or like Saturday or something like that. They're like a day or two behind. But I have the total because I looked this morning right before I started the stream, and I know where we're at. Wow! We're only 1 behind our all-time record! That's super cool! 40 away from 500, which was a maybe goal of ending 2025, but really, end of 2025 was like, dude, if we hit 8,000, that itself is going to rock, you know? And we did 8,000 on the subscribers, so starting off 2026 with 460 members is a beautiful thing. That's 1 away from tying 461, 40 away from clearing 500. Sketches of Harmony, thank you so much for adding 5 to this total. Let's see. Mr. Pot 1 got a membership from you. Liam Doan, Diabolic Native, Kyle Blast Games, and Solomon Jones D5X. Super cool. Then what about Just Plain Digital? Yeah, Joycey J69. Eventually, gaming will probably be digital only, like it or not. I've said this time and time again on the stream. I'm not going to stop gaming just because it's digital only. I'm going to play games forever. But games will eventually get too big that it's not realistic. Plastic consumption and pumping crude oil and stuff like that to manufacture things is going to get less and less favorable. Fewer and fewer people are going to care to own digital or own physical media. You know, we don't live in a day anymore where Smallville, seasons 1 through 10, now available on DVD, and people being like, oh, I have to go buy all 10 seasons and I need that on my shelf and stuff like that. We're not having a generation anymore of, oh man, Crisscross just released Jump, and it's on a cassette. I got to go buy it and have it on my shelf. We don't live in a generation anymore of folks with dozens of CDs, dozens of albums from, oh, Linkin Park just came out with Think This, and NSYNC did this, and Backstreet Boys, and I need my Britney Spears here, and oh, Christina Aguilera just released a new album, and boom, and like, oh, Evanescence released a thing, and I gotta have this, and like people with CDs up the wazoo. Or I need every Disney movie in this big plastic thing, occupying, boom, Beauty and the Beast, boom, Aladdin, boom, Toy Story, boom, boom, boom. Or people with their vinyl records, pop, 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 pop. Like, people just watch Netflix. They don't be like, I need all 5 seasons of Stranger Things to come out on Blu-ray and own it later on. A lot of people don't think that way anymore. A lot of people don't think, I need to buy every single CD album. It's like, I just listen to it on YouTube. I'll just boop, type it in when I'm interested in the song on what is the thing that people listen to? A Spotify. Folks aren't buying necessarily the music so much. So eventually it's going to be like that with games. Younger generation, dude, I just want to play games. I don't need to own it. I like owning it, but yeah. Holy smokes, we did it! We did it! Pokemon Fan 34 made it happen. Pokemon Fan 34 made it happen. Uh-oh, that means I got to do something, because now Pokemon Fan 34 just tied Roger Enyart for that top spot in January. And also goes right here for the day and brings us to 63 for this. Am I correct with everything? 22, 42, 52, 63. Yeah. And hold on, wait, did I add this? Hold on, you were all just here a moment ago. Did I all... Ah, shoot. Did I properly change the 460 to... Uh-oh. 4... Uh-oh, what's going on here? Ah! What happened? Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, hang on. I think something got funky for a second there. I think the total is correct. Stream total is at 63. Stream donors are at Roger with 22, Pokemon Fan 34 with 20, Steak 1024 with 10, Nintex 2 Dope with 5, Sketches of Harmony with 5, Ash with 1. Regarding the members, 10, 30, 40, 45 added to, yeah, our 425. Oh, maybe we're at 470. I'm not positive. Something happened a little bit funny there. Ah, jeez. It's chaotic, but like it's wonderful chaos is what it is. Thank you so much, Pokemon Fan 34. I have to retract my mind. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, the whole digital thing. Let me get back on that. Uh, Pokemon Fan 34, who got your 10? Who got your 10? Let's find out. American Pigeon did. Gambits, Froppy the Frog, SMB4YT, ETT, Chicken with a PhD, Random Stuff, Timothy, Fernando Morales, and Crutical. Woo! A name or two I recognize. Most of those I don't. Pokemon Fan 34 saying, let's hit the goal. Sketches of Harmony, whooping Pokemon Fan. Roger Enyart with the support. Boom! Tsukino Ame with the support. Paul doesn't know. I'm having a hard time tracking. Something happened there for a moment, but I think this is accurate now. Now he knows. Well, if we count Apple tax, we are over 470. That is what it is, right? Yeah, I think it was 470. Thank you for confirming that. The stream reminded me to download FF7 demo. Yeah, Joyce J. Have you played yet the FF7 remake demo? Super good. I'm the numbers guy. Yes, right? Snake 1024 with $1. Woo! That officially brings it. So, Snake 1024. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. I round up when it is like, if it's euros or something like that, and it shows up in euros as, $3.49 or something like that, and someone says like, oh, it's actually worth, $4.60. I'm like, call it $5. But when it's Apple tax or this or that, and they charge $1.30 or $1.10 or like $1.40, I'm like, I just list it as $1. But when it's a different, country's currency, I round up to our nearest dollar, U.S.'s nearest dollar. But we're at Nintendo $64, which means we do a giveaway today, and that's super cool. So, heck yeah, we've got giveaway. Today's giveaway will be an eShop card. Yeah, it'll be an eShop card today. Roger Ednert saying, smash that like button. I like the sound of that. Pokemon Fan 34 saying, I want to win Aiden an eShop card. Sketches of Harmony celebrating. Let me see. I think I might have listed some or missed some memberships. Or not missed the membership, missed some comments possibly. Let's see. Sketches of Harmony earlier said needs the SSD speed, then it can't be physical at all either. I mean, I'd be okay with slightly longer loading and have physical than slightly faster loading and have it keycard. If you gave me the option of $70 physical, $70 game keycard, same price, same tax, the cartridge took up less space on my system, or no space, but also operated a little bit slower in terms of loading taking longer, I would choose that cartridge over the keycard. However, if keycard is the only way to happen, dude, I'm not going to complain like, oh man, I'm not going to play games anymore. No, I'm still going to play, Publish says, okay, you're talking to Joycey. Digital is honestly better than game key cards unless they want to put a manual in or some other extras. Digital is more convenient than key cards. It's also cheaper than key cards because digital won't have a tax. Digital also might have early incentive, 10% off discount if you pre-order now before a certain date. Game key card does give you the opportunity to sell it though. So for people that, let's say they purchased, what's a good example of a game that has a key card option to it? Gosh. Let's just, well, that one doesn't. Okay, let's just say Resident Evil Requiem. Resident Evil Requiem. Digital is more convenient. It's always on the system. Let's say you don't buy the Generations pack, so you end up paying $70 for the physical, game keycard version or 70 for the digital. Okay, go with the convenience of the digital being 70. You don't have to take it in and out. They both take up the same space. However, let's say you beat the game. It took you a month to beat. You enjoyed it. You spent your 70. And like, even though you had a good time, after 40 hours of playing, you don't need to own it anymore. You don't feel like owning it. So, you take that game key card in that box to a GameStop or something, and you sell it, and they give you $45 for it, or you put it on eBay or sell it to a friend or something like that, $50, $40, and you made back some of your money. So your 40-hour experience of playing Resident Evil Requiem, a game that you don't plan on replaying in the future, that you don't need to feel like you own it, now didn't cost you 70, it only cost you 30 or 25. Right? So Game Key Card has some value in those regards as well. And let's say you're like, no, dude, I will never sell any of my games. I want to have it always. What about Game Key Card then for you? Some people might say, you know what? Even though there's no data on the card itself, at the end of the day, I like that it still represents a cartridge, that it still has a little bit of artwork on it, and that there is still a spine that is in my entertainment center with a little bit of art on the front and the back. And that justifies me owning it. And yeah, I don't plan on replaying it necessarily. But I could also just pop the cartridge back in and re-download it because I could just archive it in the meantime. So, Game Key Card is not the best. Digital is not necessarily the best. To me, cartridge is the best, but cartridge might not always be the best option because you could look at it from multiple avenues, right? I had a friend / have a friend who does not have very dexterous fingers. On the bigger side of fingers too. So even though he's a cartridge physical format CD, Blu-ray, disc, VHS tape kind of guy, he opted to get more digital than physical, if I'm not mistaken, in the Nintendo Switch 2 era due to the difficulty in taking cartridges in and out. So there you go. Options. Digital worked for him. Now, Game Key Card wouldn't work any better, but there you go. Digital worked better than Game Key Card. Or it needs the SSD speed. Yeah, I read that one. Sketches of Harmony saying, here's to a great new year. Absolutely. I like being able to resell games. I'm only going to play once. It means I could get more games. True Sketches. That's one of the things I was saying. But what's the difference? Game key cards are just digital, so in order to get guaranteed physical, we'd have to stop buying games digitally as well. I mean, yeah, that's never going to happen with me. I disagree with your argument. You have already given up on physical, and that's not where I am at. Okay, talking back and forth. 470 now, yeah. The stream, okay, boom, boom. Okay, a lot of comments. Jeez Louise. Comments are flooding in. Probably a few games, but it's the real gaming. Charlie Smith asking, how's Aiden doing? Nate did update on X that his son is doing a lot better. Very fortunately that's the case, which is awesome to hear. As a friend, as a fellow father, as just a general kind human being, like that's exactly the news that you want to hear. Loves the Switch 2 and Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's awesome, yeah. Nate will get the money from the super chat for the next month. Okay, talking to Pokemon Fan 34. I think the patent... Oh my gosh, hold on. I lost a spot. I think the patent for the micro SD Express slot in the game keycard is a good option for all. The cost is only passed on to those who demand it. Paul, when do I get... Oh, yeah. Usually within the first couple of days of the month, I film the new brown belt videos. So, good point. Pokemon Fan 34. Brown belt videos. Brown belt members. Oh, I will make a community post today saying, hey, what's your request for your brown belt video for the month? And this begins a new month. So look out for that post today. And then if you have one, put it in. Good question, Pokemon Fan 34. Pokemon, where did you get a picture? Community, Steak 1024. Developer from Star Wars Outlaws in an interview said they went keycard as the read speed from the SD was needed. Yeah. I think I'm caught up. Hold on. I'm going to highlight the last comment, which is Pokemon Fan 34's comment. Okay, Johan Nintendo Leaker said, my holiday is over and Monday is work day. Well, I hope you enjoy Saturday and Sunday off. You've got 2 more days of enjoying kind of a little break. Let me scroll up, though. Don't want to miss anybody. Jam Powers. Did they add dungeons that were scrapped from Wind Waker to Twilight Princess? In a sense, Twilight Princess benefited from some of what was omitted from Wind Waker, but I'm sure that Nintendo's got more that they cooked up back in the day that they could add to Wind Waker, if it makes sense. Would they be as ambitious as to make something new for it? I mean, maybe. It depends if they want it to feel more like a remake or a director's cut or what have you, but if they're like, yeah, this thing's going to sell 10 million if we do this versus 4 million if we do this, you could put in the money to make that. Joycey is keeping expectations very low for Zelda's 40th. Anything other than a new Zelda, a movie, a teaser, or a badass remake, I'm not going to be impressed. Just content. I'm not trying to knock anyone's hype. So for you, it's movie. A new Zelda, movie teaser, or like a big remake. If it's not one of those, you're not going to be impressed. Does that Twilight Princess remaster, if it's done like the E3 tech demo, would that constitute for you as like badass remake? I think it would, right? Ocarina of Time would. What about A Link to the Past in like an HD 2D style look? Maybe literally done by WayForward. What about Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, if WayForward took care of that? I would like... I'm just a fan of WayForward, so them doing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, or Square Enix doing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, like either one would be pretty cool. Hold on, something's going on here. Well, first of all, I missed this. I'm seeing a lot of green pop up in different sections. Aaron Cedillo with a membership for 2 months. Big thank you, Aaron Cedillo. Secondly, hold on. There's 2 more greens that popped up. AJ Rack 0440. Welcome to PGN Brown Belt. My goodness. AJ. Hold on. I saw one more underneath that. AJ Rax 0440 with the 10. Oh, also, AJ, you are here. First of all, thank you. Big time thank you. Secondly, you don't have to accept it, but if you would like your blue belt membership, your brown belt membership does come with a blue tag. So if you would like it, let me know. And AJ Rax 0440, your name will become blue. So let me know. And then, of course, I was distracted for just a second there. Mitch Begel says hi. Or more specifically, woo, Paul. And Pokemon Fan 34 says, also, when did we go over the sales in Japan? Not today. I had a feeling like it's a holiday. The Famitsu sales didn't come out yesterday, so probably it's going to be next Thursday, and they're going to give 2 weeks worth of data. But the next big green was the big green here from Roger Enyart 2066 with another 10 gifted memberships. I'm not going to mess this up. We're at 480. We're at 32 here. This now jumps up to being 30. Oh, not 360. Oh my gosh. not 360. 30. And yeah, that's looking accurate, right? I think we're at 84 though. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Someday I join the black belt. AJ Racks, that would be fantastic. That's when we do like a live one-on-one. That's a different story. Man, Pokemon Fan 34, you want me to jump in that pool. I think it's like 51 right now, 52. I was cleaning it this morning. I think it's like 51, 52. I saw it. Roger Enyart, though, we've got to rewind a little bit. Who are the 10 recipients? Benjamin Deerling, Dustin Smith, Captain Doge, Brob SNG, Adrian Navarro, Therese Todos, Star Wars is Built Different, Dylan Wagner, Z Liquid, Epic Pancake. Boom! That's a lot right there, a big support. "20 members," says Pokemon Fan, till we hit 500. Yeah, holy smokes. That is so cool. Holy cow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a lot of support. Thank you all. I mean, 46 watching now, 42 likes. We're going to have to do that giveaway soon. Japan celebrates 3 days for New Year's. Pokemon Fan 34 is trying very hard. Pokemon Fan. Oh, Joyce J talking. Okay. Little Q 2010. Hello, hello. Okay. Can we hit 50 likes? I mean, maybe this stream is on fire right now. Okay, geez, I realized we didn't go over this yet. I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Let me get the Pokemon. Let me get the whatchamacallit. The GameStop gift card first. Let's do that real quick. And we'll do our $10 eShop gift card giveaway. Right on. Ah. I need to talk. Okay, AJ Rack's talking to Joyce J. Good, good. Okay. I look up and I'm like, I don't know when everyone is tagging one another or tagging me. I try to read it all. Okay. While I do this, I'll try to multitask. If you want to win an eShop gift card, you just got to have X. That's how I'll send it to you. If you don't have X, then yeah, that's it. You got to have X to send me a DM. Okay. I should have it soon. Let me double check. Okay, I do have it. We will run it soon. Hang on one moment. Oh, shoot. Hang on one moment. I'll be right back. We are going to go over. I accidentally said sales. We're going to go over the February Nintendo Direct likelihood, but we are also going to do the eShop giveaway in just a moment. We had to bring out the guest of honor, Peach, because if somebody is going to call out a winner, it's got to be Peach, you know, because she's just that kind of dog. She's just that kind of dog that is good for announcing a winner, you know. she's crazy. No ears for you. No ears for you. Why my ears? No one else's ears, just mine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Peach. Why are you crazy? Why are you crazy? Look at this. Tell the people. Tell the people why. She doesn't even know. Okay, let's see. Anyone see the new Frankenstein? No, but I saw that pop up last night as one of the options on, I forgot what streaming service it was, but it was was it Guillermo del Toro's take on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? I like Frankenstein. I like the old Frankenstein movie, The Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, there's another remake. I guess it was Mary Shelley's Frankenstein book I read back in the day. So there are a few Frankenstein movies and book that I have enjoyed quite a bit. I like the character. And have not seen the latest film, but I would like to. So the only way to get the eShop gift card is send me a DM on X. If you are not on X, you can make an X account, I guess. Blue Sky, do they allow you to DM there? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I guess TikTok, you could DM through there. If you don't have them, you might be able to DM me on Discord, but that you won't get live/now. The only one that you'll get live/now is X, basically. Anything else, I'll make a note of it if you won, and then I'll send it later, as I have done before. All right, Peach, you're gonna have to lay down here. Just don't block the keyboard, okay? Y'all can't see, but she's still here. Yeah. They see you now. Okay. Let's see. Little Q says, guys, I have a good feeling there is a possible new Kirby game or remake that could be coming. I do believe either Mass or Robobot for the remake. I could see a new Kirby game. Wow, the rain is coming down hard. That is cool. I like it. It's not even like dark. It's just rain day. I did some tree trimming earlier today. Yeah, I did. um, Legend of Peach. That's right. But save Kirby series for next year. Peach is your favorite. Okay, okay. 20 more memberships to 500. True, true. Okay. Charlie Smith raining for you too. Cool. Alrighty. I think we'll do it now. Oh, I'll also say so. Two things. One, you have to have an X account if you win and you want your $10 eShop gift card now. Because if you win, you DM me on X, I will copy and paste the code and send it to you now. If it's through some other means, you'll have to find another way to send it, but I'll still mark it down. Tell me how, and I'll look out for where you send it to, then give you the code. I am probably going to just, I probably should just say starting now, here in 2026, this is the only way, is just sending a DM through X. And not also saying, it could be Instagram, it could be TikTok, it could be Blue Sky, it could be Facebook, it could be Discord, it could be boom, 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 boom. Too many options. Just X, formerly known as Twitter. But for this stream today, that'll be fine. If you win on X, cool. If you win some other ways, I mean, if you are so bold as to, no, that wouldn't work either. I was gonna say no. I was like, type it out in the chat, but like, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, probably going forward is just gonna be X. But I'll still if you win today and if you don't have that social media platform and you do have something like Discord or Facebook or TikTok or Blue Sky or Instagram or whatever, you can send it to me. Yes, MySpace or AOL Instant Messenger. That's also fine, Steak 1024. I could do it that way. You know, it used to be easy. Of course, I didn't have this back in the day, but like YouTube used to allow messages between members. So if that still follows suit today, it would be easy for me to be like, okay, cool. Steak 1024, Pokemon Fan 34, congratulations. You won. Let me hit your name, send DM right here on YouTube. Boom, you got it, done. You know, Charlie Smith, J Biggs, Mr. NY for life. By the way, Happy New Year's. Congratulations, you won. Just click it, boom, done. You know what I mean? But like, we don't have that anymore. So I gotta copy, I gotta paste, I gotta go to email, I gotta go to this, I gotta go to that, I gotta verify that, I gotta hop open and enter this thing and re-sign the password into this thing and possibly go to Duo double verification thing, this and that. It's so much easier. Just X is the quickest, fastest way to do it, and I can do it now. Anything else, it's just a little bit more. You know what I mean? But we'll do it today. And going forward, I probably should just say X or Blue Sky, maybe. I don't know. It's just when you start giving too many options, then you get too many scenarios where things could not necessarily work, you know? And it's more tried and true if you just have one thing that's like, this is it, this is solid, this is going to work. It's probably why most people don't do what I do every stream. Every stream, I do a giveaway as long as we reach it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Send it via Mario Paint through game chat. There you go. That's a good point too. Yeah. about X and Discord. For today, that'll suffice. Going forward, I might just keep it to X. But if somebody wins and they are truly only on Discord or something like that, I might be like, okay, I'll still do Discord, but it won't be live. It'll be later in the day or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's too much to navigate out of the stream to go to Discord or to go to Blue Sky. That's why I'm like, X only works best, but X live is definitely what it's going to be. Yeah. That's a good girl, Peach. You're a good guard dog. Oh, also, gosh, spent so much time talking about X. Just freaking. If you're getting a free gift, just get the free gift where I give it to you. You know what I mean? Come on, all right. Come on now. Jeez Louise. But the other thing is, it is a North American eShop card. Just to let you know, you could still have it, own it, but if you have like a Japanese account, a European account, an Australian account, you won't be able to redeem the $10 eShop card for your account. You'd have to make like a North American Nintendo account, which is free and easy to do, but it's a different email. You have to sign up for a North American account and then have that loaded onto your Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2, you know? So, there is that. Okay, that being said, what do we do first? You're eating lunch. It's yummy. Pasta. Nice. Charlie Smith. Thank you. Appreciate it. Did you miss the drawing? No, you didn't. So I don't have any allegiance to any one media platform where it's like, oh, I've got stake in the game where I work for the company and I'm trying to get people to sign up for YouTube or sign up for X or sign up for Blue Sky or sign up for Discord. It's just, where am I? I'm on YouTube making content, video game, news, history, shorts, unboxing. I've been on this platform. January is my 20th year. Where else am I on? I'm on X, talking about video games, sales, analytics, dropping information like I do right here. So really beyond these two navigating extra waters, it's like time consuming and opens up possibility for mishaps, right? You try to keep it limited, designated, boom, you're successful. Diversify a little bit too much. In some avenues of life, it's good to be diverse. Heck yeah. Your interests, your hobbies. When you're running a giveaway, as limited and as focused as it could be. That's why a lot of companies are like, only shipping to US, no international. That's why companies are like, if you want to watch this or this, you've got to just do this. You just got to do this. I've always been everywhere. I try to accommodate everything. And I still will make exceptions. But if you want it live now, it's only X. If it's something else, it's just going to take longer to get to you. But you still will. Okay. We could either go over the direct stuff or we could run the giveaway. Well, let me make a poll. Let's see. Okay, this will determine what we do next. We will be ending the stream too soon, by the way, but not before we do two final things. We'll either do the eShop giveaway, which there are 46 watching now. So if all 46 were to enter, we would hit 1 in 45, 1 in 46 odds. Still not bad. at winning. Usually not everyone enters. Usually it ends up being like 1 in 20 or something. But we'll see. Even 1 in 46 is a pretty good chance at getting it. Sketches of Harmony, hyped for the next direct. Will you do that regardless? Yes, we will. So we'll go in either order. Published uses, I think the poll is already clear. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a one-sided poll this one-sided, dude. No, everyone's like, I don't care about the direct. Give me the money. Just kidding. eShop card is the eShop card, man. It's pretty sweet to have. Like, I'm not saying I'm the only YouTube content creator that does this, but I think I'm the only one that I know that every stream, when we hit 64, we give something back. Whether it's an eShop card, a full-on game, Super Mario coins, or something like that. Yeah. Alrighty. Which is fun. It's a great community. I like that you're all here, and I want to see this continue to grow. Let us now do let us at this time do the eShop gift card giveaway. Oh, shoot! We can't do the eShop gift card giveaway because we just got 5 new members. Oh my gosh. Hold on, that 480 becomes 485. Thank you to Gale Network for the 5 gifted members. Wow. Aiden Gaming X, Wild Wrangler 0972, Rafe Stobart, JS Prulul, and Airblazer Food Gaming Andrevi 2952. Peach, did you push that button? Did you push that donate button? Yeah, I did. They deserve it. Well, they do deserve it. That's very nice of you, Peach. Peach, you brought us up to 485. You realize that's 15 members away? Wow! 15 away from 500? That's wonderful. You guys walk. That's very nice of you to say, Peach. That was courtesy of Peach, apparently. Peach, you got your hair all over me. Jeez Louise. Alrighty. Let's do the eShop gift card giveaway. Type 1 in the chat one time. Just the number 1 right now. One time only. If you want to be entered into the $10 Nintendo eShop gift card giveaway. Let's go. Yeah, Peach is a good girl. You're a good dog. I guess in the meantime, I'll do this. So I put up on X the other day the following. Fact. 9 out of the last 14 Februaries have had a Nintendo Direct. That's 64% of the last 14 Februaries. All 14 years have had a Nintendo Direct take place in the first third of the year. So I would say, going off of this data, there's a 100% guarantee that there will be a Nintendo Direct presentation of some sort between now and March 31st. I think I could say that pretty confidently. I would be shocked if something doesn't drop between now and March 31st. Since Nintendo Switch came out, which is in the current era, even with Nintendo Switch 2 being a thing, 6 out of the last 8 Februaries have had a Nintendo Direct. That's 75% chance. So in the totality of Februaries that have existed, 64% of them have had a Nintendo Direct. Those are pretty good odds, almost 2/3. Pretty strong case. In the Nintendo Switch era, 75%, 6 out of 8 Februaries. 3/4, That's solid. That's solid. I mean, even better than 64%. But 100% of the last first quarters of the year have had them. So I don't think there's any reason to doubt that we'll get something from Nintendo presentation wise by March 31st. And here's the history to prove it. February 22nd, 2012, February 14th, 2013, April 17th, 2013, February 13th, 2014. Another one, February 8th, 2014, which was Smash Bros. Related. January 14th, 2015. April 1st, 2015. March 3rd, 2016. January 13th, 2017. That was the Japan presentation. January 18th, 2017. Fire Emblem. March 3rd, 2017. John Cena and Paul Gale Network at the Nintendo Switch in unexpected places. April 2nd, 2017. January 11th, 2018 was a mini. March 8th, 2018. February 13th, 2019. February 27th, 2019. Pokemon. February 20th, 2020. Animal Crossing. February 17th, 2021. February 9th, 2022. February 8th, 2023. February 21st, 2024. A partner showcase. March 27th, 2025. That was a Nintendo Direct one. And April 2nd, 2025, a Nintendo Switch 2 one. So we had Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 back to back. Remember when it was like a week away in 2025? So that's it. I'd say we're looking good. That next month, folks, maybe 6 weeks from now, we're going to have a nice Nintendo Direct. That's awesome. Okay, let's see how many people entered in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. Anyone else? See what I mean? Odds are always pretty good. Not everybody submits, so it's almost always better odds than how many people are watching total in the chat. Okay, I think we're good then. I think I'm calling it there. The Nintendo Direct is my new Groundhog's Day. If we get a Direct, we get an early sprig. Nice. You know I love chaos, so I'll always choose the option for a riot that I can watch from a safe distance. There are 2 anime feat games in schedule on January 8th. I want Peach to call my name. Monster Hunter back on Nintendo. Let's go. That's Monster Hunter Wilds. Woo, looking good. All right. By the way, AJ Rax, unrelated, did you want your name in blue? Did you want that moderator position? Because that does come with that brown belt membership. Let me know. Unrelated to the giveaway, but just it made me think like, oh yeah, I did not make your name blue. You don't have to take the obligation, because some people might not be like, I'm not in it for that. I just want to help support the channel a little bit more per month. I don't need the responsibility. I don't want to accidentally delete someone's name or something like that. I don't it's all good. It's all good. Just let me know. But if you want it, you do get it. You're okay with green. Okay, cool. Well, thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's do it. Let's roll it. I think it ended up at 16 or possibly 15. Can't wait. I've loved Monster Hunter since Freedom Unite on PSP. That's cool. I'll be right there, Peach. Peach is ready for me to be done with the stream. I'm not done yet, though, Peach. Alright, but what is done is the roll, and... Oh, that's kind of, well, I don't know about ironic, but cool nonetheless. Congratulations to AJ Rax 0440. AJ Rax 0440. You won the $10 eShop gift card giveaway. I hope you have X. If not, we'll find a way to give it to you, but it's just not going to be like right now live on stream because that's the only thing open at the moment to instantly copy, paste, boom, give it to you. You know what I mean? AJ Rax 0440. I think you're still here. I just saw you a moment ago, so I'm pretty sure you're still here. Congratulations, you won. The thing I was saying earlier, ironically, was like, I was like, kind of ironically, I'm like, maybe not ironic, maybe that's not the right word, but like, coincidentally or fun enough, or whatever you want to say it, you just joined today with $10, becoming a brown belt member, and then you basically got your $10 back by winning an eShop gift card giveaway. And just like that, we hit 50 likes on the stream. Wow. 39 watching now. Big 50 likes. Whew. Your dog's here, Peach. Yeah, Peach, I'll be right there. Okay. AJ Rax, do you have X? It's going to be easier for me if you do. If you don't, TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. If Blue Sky has DM, I don't know if it does. I'm not sure, but they will be fine. But it's just easier. I could give it to you now if you have X. If you don't, I'll give it to you later. But send me a DM on what, and tell me what you're sending it to me on, so I know to look out for that. Because I'm on X throughout the day. Like, I randomly pick up my phone. Okay, I check my email maybe. I check my X. Roger Enyart, holy smoke! Almost 500. Roger, with another 10, 495. Oh my goodness. Whoa, big one. Roger with 10. We're at 495 members on the second day of the year. Almost hit our 500 goal. Do you know how cool that's going to be to have 8,000 subscribers and 500 members? That's 1 in every 16 people on the entire freaking channel is a member. That's huge. That is huge. And you just don't get that kind of percentage on other channels because other channels are too big. You're not going to have a channel. I would love it if, like, Nate, it would be awesome if Nate, someone with 160,000 subscribers, was able to have 10,000 members, for crying out loud. But, like, that's the 1 in 16 right there. That's just not realistic. But how awesome would it be for him? I would be so happy for him if he got it. But on my channel, it's on the smaller side, so it's possible for something like this to happen. What else is possible is we just hit 505, whoo, because Roger did another 5. But then not only that, right after, AJ Rax did another 5. And just like that, I think you both had the same thing in mind. I think you both were like, you know what? Let's get to that 500 goal. We're so close. If I'm not mistaken, you both had that thought at the same time. And just like that, another one. Sketches of Harmony with the 2 pounds. You all inspire me. What a wonderful group. I think when it's £2, I just call it $3. So, Sketches of Harmony with 8. Boom. Woo. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. What power today. We hit it. We hit 505. 1 in every 16 people on this channel has a membership. 1 in every 10 would be 800. 1 in every 20 would be 400. So yeah, we're at 1 in 16. That's some Super Nintendo 16 bits of power right there. Dude, it's going to be so cool tomorrow or Sunday morning when YouTube updates to be like, hey, you've got 505 members. That is a beautiful thing. Thank you all so much for being here. Wow. Roger and Edgar, back to back. And Sketches of Harmony right there. Who were the 5? Roger gave it to Robbie Reigns 1, Lee J05, Super God XC23, Not Potato, and Cedric Mezu 2514. And then AJ Rax gave it to Fire Legend 7883, Apes the Ape, Mr. Man 5 Brawl Stars, Elijah Drago 410, and AKTVXS. Wow. Yeah, we hit 500. OMG. Woo! 505. Super cool all the way around. Diabolic Native saying thank you to Roger. Robbie got the gifted. Yep. Robbie's here, which is cool. Got the notification. The great Nate Setter, good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Have I completed Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? Yes, I did. I beat it. I don't want to say too fast, but I was playing that game like 6 hours a day, and I beat it in the first week. 37 hours was my clock time on Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app. 37 hours. The game said 27, but I beat it, gave it a 9.5, loved it. Loved it. The great Nate Setter. Did you beat it yet? Well, do you have it? Did you beat it? And if so, what did you think? Okay. We got to get to some business, though. Oh. AJ Rax, you won. How are you going to reach out to me? Do you have X? Oh, you know what? This is a... I'm going to say this just because I have seen comments in the chat being like, this is what I would do if I won. This is what I would do if I won. So I did see a few people in the chat say, you know, oh, if I won, I would gift the 10 to Nate's boy, Nate and his family, to Aiden, to all of the kids, you know. If you do want that, I could. Well, no obligation, of course, but if you did want that, I could send it directly to Nate and say it is from you as the winner, and they have elected to give their gift to you or something like that, and let him know that. If that were the case, if anybody wants it, if anybody does win, if that's a thing, just because I have seen that happen, and let me know if that's the case. The great Nate Setter says, I keep trying to play it. The graphics are gorgeous. Heck yeah. I work too much. I have maybe an hour or two in, but I love it. I still prefer Metroid Dread any day. I'll always prefer side-scrolling. I mean, the side-scrolling is fantastic. Hard to argue with 2D Metroid when 2D Metroid is done right, which is like, I think every time. I love it. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is amazing. Between it and Dread, what did I like more? I mean, I loved Metroid Dread from beginning to end, and I was so hyped at the end of that game. But I also thoroughly enjoyed Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and just different experiences. Two different types of awesome, you know? Two different types of awesome, for sure. Peach, you want to say hi? Hi again, everyone. Okie dokie. Oh, AJ Rax. Oh, I'm gonna make a note on my phone. I'm gonna write still, or will send soon. Will send soon. I'll put will send soon. Yeah. So AJ Rax 0440. I have a note that says will send soon, because I don't know how am I gonna get it to you. Because if you have X, I could give it to you right now. If you don't have X and you reach out on like one of the other things, I'll give it to you, but just not right now, because I don't have that instantly available. So let me know if you're still here. How are you going to reach out? So I'll be on extra alert. I'll be paying attention, to that. Okay. Wow. How long of a stream was that? That was epic. We're at 116 minutes. We went over the likelihood of that February Nintendo Direct. We hit 505 members on the stream. Heck, does YouTube update subscriptions faster or not? It's still at 8,052. Actually, it says 8,053. So I don't know if that's live or not, but that is where we're at now. We're at 8,053 members and 505 members. I can't believe we hit that subscription/member ratio that I thought would be so cool. We got it. Peach, they're only here for you, Okay, everybody. Congrats again. Ash, thank you for that wonderful $1. Sketches of Harmony, thank you for that awesome $8. Nintex Do Dope, thank you for that $5. Awesome chat. Steak 1024, thank you for the 11. AJ Rax 0440, thank you for the 15. And do let me know, before it's all said and done, how are you going to get a hold of me so I know where to look out for you to send you your reward. Pokemon Fan 34, thank you for the awesome $20. 20 new members today from you. And Roger Enyart, thank you for that amazing $47. 45 of which went to new members. We got let's see, how many was it? We were at 425 and we're at 505. We got 80 new members today. That's a big day. That's so cool. Great start to the new year. Heck yeah, Sketches of Harmony. Alrighty. Oh, Peach, I know. She needs to go outside. Man, almost a 2-hour stream. 118 minutes. Have a great weekend. Joycey J just reminded me that it is the weekend. It doesn't feel like a Friday. I mean, to me, it feels like, I don't know. I thought it was I don't know what I thought it was today. I was outside, like I said, trimming trees and stuff. Oh, it must be a Monday. No, it's a Friday. Weekend. About to start. That's cool. Oh, we didn't even talk. I mean, sometimes we talk about movies. Did anybody watch Stranger Things? Oh, dude, I loved it. The Stranger Things season 5 finale, my wife and I went to the theater, that 5:30 showing, basically in line with it dropping live, I guess. And we watched that at the theater, and it was so cool. Auditorium packed with almost 500 people. Everyone cheering, laughing, whooping, clapping, woo, yeah, yelling. It was a really good time. Could have watched it at home, but dang it. That's sometimes you have experiences, I'm not a giant Minecraft fan. I like Minecraft. I'm not a giant, I know all the lore of Minecraft in and out. No, that's like Mario and Zelda for me and stuff. But when the four of us went to the theater for the Minecraft movie, it was amazing. Once again, jam-packed theater, several hundred people, and folks having such a good time yelling out this chicken jockey that, following the meme, clapping, boom, boom. Like, it was a good movie, but also a fun experience. And I feel like Stranger Things, first of all, it was good quality. I was invested. I mean, I did watch it the last 5 seasons over the last 9 years or whatever. But also just the hype from the people made it like that much cooler, you know? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm happy we hit 2 hours. I felt like, man, I don't want to just stop at 118 minutes. Let's just hit the 120-minute mark. Thank you so much, everybody, for the awesome generosity. Oh, AJ Rax 0440. Let me know later on. DM me. We're almost at 60 likes. Dang. Now that's extra temptation to stay longer. But poor Peach has to go outside. Oh, dang, we are almost at 57 likes. Peach, do you need to go outside? Yeah, she needs to go outside. That's okay for now. Take care, everybody. We will hit those extra likes next time. Y'all take care. See you tomorrow, probably. Oh, no, wait, tomorrow's Saturday. See, I thought it was like Tuesday. See you soon, probably Monday, for more streaming goodness. What a wonderful first PGN Live of 2026, though. Y'all have